Triathlon has an incredible place in history on the Sunshine Coast. 3 decades of Mooloolaba Triathlon, 4 decades of Noosa Triathlon, elite athletes that have grown up on the Sunshine Coast that have gone on to represent the country at the highest level around the world. And coming into its 10th year, Ironman 70.3 Sunshine Coast just fits into that history so nicely now and has really taken its rightful place.
If you talk about destinations in the world for triathlon, it's very hard to surpass what the Sunshine Coast has got to offer. We don't have the big convention centres or stadiums, but what we do have is a geographical amphitheatre from Noosa basically all the way down to Caloundra.
Yeah, I always loved to race on the Sunshine Coast. I was based in the Sunshine Coast and that felt like a home race to me. I'm known as an athlete who loves the crowd and loves the fans, and that was always very important to me. And I got that support, especially in the Sunshine Coast, and that just gives you as an athlete a little bit of a boost.
Yeah, I think you really feel it. When the town's behind it, there's a different vibe. And I think those smaller towns that really realise how much Ironman athletes bring into that town, how much it inspires young kids to get into sport, it makes it so much more special feeling that the community's behind the event. And Sunshine Coast certainly was like that.
We have groups that have come back for the past 10 years at Ironman 70.3 Sunshine Coast.
That volunteer army is so critical to the running of events. They do an amazing job for the whole Sunshine Coast events portfolio, but particularly for triathlon.
From men's sheds to Lions clubs to sporting groups, it doesn't matter age or anything, they come out and they give us a hand and it's fantastic.
It's always a good way to give back. To have an event, running for 10 years and to be a part of something that's been here and running for that long. If I wasn't dragon boating, I'd still be coming to volunteer. Now that I've done it for so long and been a part of that environment, it's exciting to be there and helping volunteer.
Sunshine Coast Council and the Sunshine Coast broader community are just stoked at the longevity of the 70.3 Ironman Triathlon. 10 years we've been hosting this event now. And of course, we've just gone on from strength to strength. We've got athletes from all around the world come and do this event. And it's a wonderful jewel in the crown of the Sunshine Coast events calendar.